I asked my cousin not to bring his autistic son to my home anymore because of a romantic attachment to my wife. My cousin Jake has been bringing his 15-year-old son Tyler to our house every other weekend for like 2 years now. Tyler's on the autism spectrum and he's actually a really sweet kid, but he gets these intense fixations on things and people. At first it was harmless stuff. Tyler would come over and want to show my wife Emma all his Pokemon cards or talk her ear off about whatever video game he was obsessed with that week. Emma was always super patient with him, way more than I probably would have been. She'd sit there for hours listening to him explain every single detail about some random anime character or help him organize his card collection. But then around Christmas last year, I started noticing Tyler's behavior changing. Instead of just wanting to talk to Emma about his interests, he started asking really personal questions about her, like what perfume she wore, what her favorite flowers were, if she had any boyfriends before me. Weird stuff for a kid to ask his uncle's wife. Then he started bringing her gifts, little drawings he'd made of her, a bracelet he'd bought with his allowance money, even wrote her a poem once. Emma thought it was sweet and didn't want to hurt his feelings, so she'd always thank him and put the stuff on our fridge or whatever. The breaking point came about 3 months ago. Jake dropped Tyler off on a Saturday morning like usual, and within 5 minutes Tyler was following Emma around the house like a lost puppy. She was trying to do laundry and he kept getting in her way, asking if he could help fold her clothes. When she went to take a shower, I caught him standing outside the bathroom door just listening. I pulled him aside and told him he needed to give Emma some space, but he got really upset and started crying. He kept saying he just wanted to help her and that he loved her. Not like family love, but actual romantic love. He said he was going to marry her someday and asked if I thought she'd like the engagement ring he'd been saving up for. I didn't know what to do. This kid clearly didn't understand boundaries or appropriate relationships, but he also couldn't really help it because of his condition. I tried explaining that Emma was already married and that he was too young, but he just kept insisting that age didn't matter and that Emma was just being nice to me until she realized she loved him instead. Later that day, Emma went to take a nap and Tyler snuck into our bedroom to watch her sleep. I found him just standing there staring at her for God knows how long. When I confronted him about it, he said he was protecting her dreams and making sure she was comfortable. That's when I knew I had to do something. I called Jake and asked him to come pick Tyler up early. When Jake got there, I explained what had been happening. Jake got defensive immediately and said Tyler was just confused and didn't mean anything by it. He accused me of being intolerant and said I was discriminating against Tyler because of his autism. I told Jake that this wasn't about Tyler's autism. It was about his behavior making Emma uncomfortable in her own home. Jake said Tyler had never acted this way with anyone else, and maybe Emma was encouraging it somehow. That pissed me off because Emma had been nothing but kind and patient with Tyler. The argument got pretty heated and Jake ended up leaving with Tyler without really resolving anything. The next weekend, Jake showed up with Tyler like nothing had happened. I told him at the door that Tyler wasn't welcome until we could figure out how to address his behavior. Jake exploded. He started yelling about how I was punishing a disabled kid for having feelings and that Emma could speak for herself if she had a problem. Tyler started crying and asking what he did wrong, which broke my heart, but I had to stick to my decision. Emma came to the door and tried to calm everyone down, but when Tyler saw her, he ran up and hugged her really tight and wouldn't let go. He was crying and telling her he was sorry and that he'd be good if she just let him stay. Jake was filming it on his phone saying he was going to show everyone what kind of person I really was. I had to physically separate Tyler from Emma, and he had a complete meltdown. He was screaming that I was keeping him away from his future wife and that Emma needed him to protect her from me. Jake was calling me a monster while trying to get Tyler to the car. So now our family is basically split in half over this whole mess. Emma barely talks anymore, and I'm the asshole uncle who broke a disabled kid's heart.